Hi Gemini, these are your general collective messages from July 2021 till December 2021. This is not a personal reading. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you feel like this message does not apply to you or it's not resonating with you, it's probably not your message at this time. I had done the January till June 2021 reading in the month of January, so you can check that on my YouTube channel. So we'll start with one main theme for you guys, which will be there over the next 6 months. So either it will come in and out or it will be there throughout the next 6 months. Then we look at one thing you want to actively work on. We get oracle cards for looking at your prevailing energy, looking at what blessing you may have, what you might struggle with, and potentially how you might close the year. Then we'll do clarifies with the tarot, and then finally get one gods and goddesses blessing as well. Okay, so let's start with one theme for Gemini from July 2021 till December 2021. Okay. Identity. The author is Angela Carter. Okay, so something to do with who you, I think Cancer, if I'm not mistaken, got this as I don't know, one of the other zodiacs also got this as their main theme over the next 6 months. So you may want to look at her work, Angela Carter. You might get some signs or some messages through that, through some of her work. But primarily I feel like the next 6 months are just going to be about you discovering or rediscovering who you really are as a person. So if for the longest time, Gemini, you have been doing things as per what other people's expectations are of you, or you've been doing things in terms of how other people see you, how other people's perception of you is, and then trying to fit into that, I think all of that is going to sort of change over the next 6 months. You're going to go into a more authentic understanding of who you really are, and whether or not that is acceptable to people, it's none of your concern or it's none of your problem. I think you're also going to reach that level for yourself over the next 6 months, Gemini. So it's a beautiful, I think it's a beautiful card or a beautiful theme to get, where in terms of any role that you have, and we all play multiple roles at any given point, right? So any roles that you have in different connections, you're going to also have a deeper understanding of who you are in that process. What is your identity in that process? Are you just doing things to people please? Are you just doing things because everybody else is doing the same thing, or those are expected out of you because of the role you are in, or the relationship you're in, or the connection you're in? Or are you doing that out of authenticity? Are you doing those things because you genuinely want to do those things? So I think those are some of the important things that you're going to discover or rediscover for yourself over the next 6 months, Gemini. Lovely theme. You will also expand your own potential, your own talents, your own abilities, I feel, over the next 6 months. Nice. Okay, let's look at one thing you want to actively work on. So one thing you want to actively work on, Gemini, over the next 6 months is Sita. This fell out just right now for Taurus as well. Okay. So in the same position, in fact. So what you want to work on is on being more selfless. You may want to understand, and then with identity also, that who you really are. Have you been selfish, Gemini, over the last few years, past years, or in your relationships typically, especially your close relationships, especially relationships that matter? Have you been selfish? Have you been only at the receiving end, which means have you only been taking? And just, like feeling like, okay, it's all right. Those are the people who love me or care about me, and therefore they give, and so it's okay. And they know that I love you, they know that I love them, and they know that I care about them, etc. Whatever, however that plays out for you, you have to take it as it applies. So you have to ask yourself that question, because you're being asked to work on Sita. Now Sita embodies loyalty, devotion, authenticity, pure of heart, selfless, no, not having any ulterior motives, not looking at your own gain before anything else. Okay, that's those are the qualities that Sita embodies. Utmost trust and faith in herself, in her actions, in her thoughts. That's what she embodies, and that's what you're being asked to work on. And then with identity, that's why I'm asking you this question. Maybe you want to reflect and understand which connections or which relationships or which interactions or which equations or where in your life, in which situations have you been only catering to your own needs, and how do you need to change that. Okay, so over the next 6 months, Gemini, I feel like you will benefit working with a more selfless attitude, showing your loyalty, showing your devotion, showing your pure intentions, especially to the people who are close to you. Okay, nice theme. All right, let's look at what your prevailing energy might be over the next 6 months. Two fell out, I'll read both. Deep knowing and community. What a beautiful present energy to be in. Deep knowing, which is, I think, going to be primarily related to understanding or deepening your understanding of who you really are, what is your identity, and community. So again, in the context of people around you, in the context of environments to which you are closely connected, or people to whom you are closely connected, a deeper understanding of that, of your role in that, and of how being a part of that, what contribution that really is making to your life, to your identity. Okay, a deeper understanding of that as well. I feel like you're also going to be in a place where you finally feel a sense of belonging. You feel a sense of being understood by the people who matter to you. And there'll be a very, very deep understanding of that on your part. Okay, so in two ways, actually, your understanding or your knowing will become deeper. One is about your own self and your role, what role you play, and one is also about the community of the people who you are involved with, a deeper understanding of them as well, and what role they play in your life. Okay, lovely energy to be in. Let's look at one struggle you might have, one blessing you might have, sorry. No place like home, beautiful blessing. And you've got community as well. You're going to finally be in a place where you are deeply connected to yourself, deeply connected to those who matter to you, and you will realize that also, that maybe certain things, certain people, certain situations, certain interactions, certain equations, connections, etc., you may have taken for granted, you may have not put in your bit or given your bit, which is also why you're being asked to work on characteristics of Sita. You will realize that you are in fact blessed with people who really deeply care about you, people who make you feel like you belong, who make you feel like a sense of home, who make you feel like a sense of being connected. Okay, so you'll be blessed with that as well. Gemini, lovely blessing to get. Okay, let's look at one thing you might struggle with. Between worlds. Your cards are so aligned, Gemini, it's not even a joke. Between worlds. So monochrome and then color. You might struggle with that. In this process of this deep knowing and deep understanding of who you are, where you fit into as a scheme of things in your life, in the lives of other people, especially people who matter, and your deepening of your understanding of who your community is, who your tribe is, who are the people who have always been supporting you, who are the people who are always there for you, who are the people who make you feel like you belong. In that whole process, you might struggle with not knowing, are you leaving something behind, or are you moving forward, or are you moving forward without leaving something behind? So there might be a little bit, you're not here yet, but you're not even there. So it's a lot like, having one foot in one boat and another foot in another boat, and just riding for a little distance before you decide to move to one side completely. All right, but this is all forward movement. It's a forward looking card. Okay, so this is forward movement, so you're moving on from whatever that may have been dull, whatever that may have taken the color out of your life, taken the life out of you also, taken, just made you feel really drab, dull, etc. You're moving on from that. You might just experience some struggle in terms of how to move on, how to move from one end to the other. All right, don't worry. If you continue to work on this, and if you work with your identity, what is your role to play, your blessing is great. So you'll know which direction you need to move into. Okay, let's look at how you might potentially close the year. Blessed, so beautiful, Gemini. Not happier for you, can't be happier for you. You're going to be closing the year with feeling so blessed, feeling so, there could be, sudden unexpected gifts, unexpected news, all good of course, unexpected signs, messages, communication, things that you may have prayed for in the past, those things suddenly getting manifested without you even knowing. So just a lot of unexpected things, probably in the best way possible, nice surprises even. You're being taken care of towards the end of the year, Gemini. You're completely protected towards the end of the year by the universe, by the higher power, by whoever is that you trust in or that you pray to, whether that's God or that's nature or that's whatever is your practice. You're being blessed by that. Beautiful, beautiful way to end the year. I really couldn't be happier for you guys. Nice. Okay, let's look at clarifiers, tarot. You got the Knave of Wands under Deep Knowing and Community. So your present energy. This is the Page of Wands. So you're learning. You're definitely learning a whole lot over the next 6 months, Gemini. You're expanding your perspective. You may feel like you're in a very childlike, state of being, playful state of being. Just make sure you doesn't become childish or, throwing tantrums or being impulsive. Okay, just make sure that you don't sway to that end of the energy. You stay in a childlike energy, which is, stay in a state of wonder, stay in a state of exploration, stay in a state of innocence, stay in a state of learning, discovering. Okay, primarily I think that's going to be around yourself and people who are closest to you. So nice energy to be in. All right, let's look at No Place Like Home. You got the Hermit. Beautiful card to get. For a blessing, Hermit is self-reflection. Hermit is the card for Virgo, so some of you could be dealing with a Virgo person, and that person could be a blessing, I don't know. But just a very, very deep reflection, right? You will be blessed with the ability to wisen up. You will be blessed with the ability to learn through your experiences and become a wiser for them, so that you may finally have the wisdom to not repeat certain mistakes that you may have repeated in the past, or certain behaviors that you may have had in the past, especially concerning a selfish attitude or a impulsive attitude or a tempestuous attitude, because you're being asked to work on exactly all the reverse things, or all the opposite things, right? So a deeper understanding, you're being blessed with that reflection, with that ability to wisen up, with that ability to shine the light not just on yourself internally but also on others, okay? And also to use your wisdom to know who are the people who are your home, and what you need, what you must do to return home, what you must do to return to yourself, that blessing you have. So lovely blessing for you, Gemini. Okay, let's look at your struggle. King of Wands, between worlds, under your struggle. Look out, watch out for anger, watch out for impulse, watch out for ego, watch out for aggression. You might struggle with some of those things. Watch out for overconfidence. Watch out for being, selfish, egocentric, controlling. Alright, just watch out for that. You might struggle a little bit with that. Let me get one more clarifier for the King of Wands. Okay, I got the Ace of Coins. Yeah. So watch out for impulsive behavior. What I just tell you with the Knave of Wands, Page of Wands, is stay on the light side of the Page of Wands, which is be in wonder, be childlike, be inquisitive, be curious, learn, stay innocent. Okay, spread joy, stay in that energy. Don't go to the other side, which is your struggle. Also is King of Wands, which is too fiery, too temperamental, too and King of Wands has great positive qualities as well. The reason I'm looking at the dark side or the negative qualities is because this is a struggle. So in a sense, this is a negative aspect for you over the next 6 months. Therefore, I'm looking at those things. Okay. So domination, wanting your way, wanting things to be done your way. Look out for all of those things. You might struggle with that a little bit, especially if you feel stuck, especially if you don't know which side to move into. You might start doing all of these things. So just make sure you stay in this energy of Sita and this of deep knowing. Question yourself, especially about your own motives, your own identity, as much as you can over the next 6 months. Alright, Gemini? Okay, let's look at nothing to worry, because you got such a beautiful card at the end of the year. So really nothing for you to worry, okay? There you go. The Sun. Beautiful. Card for Leo. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo, some of you could be dealing with a Virgo. Okay, so you're going to be blessed with truth, you're going to be blessed with illumination, you're going to be blessed with a family, you're going to be blessed with happiness, joy, just a really, really great, abundant, prosperous period starting from the year end onwards for you guys, Gemini. Beautiful cards. I think primarily over the next 6 months, you're being asked by the universe to work on yourself. If you can do that, this is a beautiful blessing, beautiful way to end the year. Okay, take the help of, you could have a Virgo person helping you understand this, where you really belong, what is your true identity, who are your true people, who is your true tribe. Okay, so this looks more like yourself, your personality oriented kind of reading. This doesn't have anything specific about whether it's a relationship or work or career or whatever, but nonetheless, because your outcomes are great, I'm not doing any special cards for your career or for your relationships. Looks like next 6 months is going to be all about you, Gemini. Nice. Let's get one gods and goddesses blessing. You have the blessing of Yam, Lord of Death. Don't get scared, this is Lord of Transformation. Okay, knowledge of the law, righteousness in action, overcoming the fear of death, and steadfastness in the face of judgment. This is regenerative quality. Physical death is only a physical death. So there's nothing for you to worry about. In fact, you have the blessing of Lord Yama. So any fears that you may have, unfounded fears, you might find that those dissolve all on their own. Okay, because you're being blessed with overcoming fears as well. Alright, so I hope that this helped you guys, Gemini. This is of course from July 2021 till December 2021. You guys have a great rest of the year, and I will check back again with you guys next month for the reading for all the elements. See you.